Hello and welcome to a new week. This week I was having a struggle trying to figure out where I wanted to go with this week, but we've landed on a project that I'm going to work on. This is going to be the reindeer for Courtney, but we're going to put a little bit of extra effort into the whole process than just do the Christmas ones. We're going to do some extra effort. Well, we're going to try to anyway. So right now I have some antler patterns laid out on the welding table here. I'd pick them up and show you, but I still gotta tack them together. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna grab the welding stuff and I'm gonna tack together each side of each little antler branch. I don't know what you call them, points. And from there, we'll pick them up and see if they're good, and then we'll finish welding them from the back side, so it's easier to grind the welds from there. I don't want to put too much on the fronts, but if they happen to get some globs, then so be it. It'll be fine. But we're gonna try to get these together right now, and then that's the easiest part of this build done, because the head of the deer is. I can't think of a way for me to do it that might look okay. But let's get these done, and then we'll see where we're at. Oops. So let me just tack these on. I have to do several tacks on each side, so hopefully they don't move around on me too much. And it just goes smoothly. Because like I said, I kind of have them laid out exactly how I want them. So. Uh-oh. Welded it to the table there. Okay. We don't want to be too rough with it, just because it's all just barely tacked together. But we'll show it to you. It's pretty good. Come on. Ooh. Good thing that's what this table's for. Okay, so here we go. We got the antlers here, just like that. They look a little weird, but I think they'll look good when they're on said project, right? So these are just going to sit on the top of the head. I haven't decided like an angle. They won't be like this, but they'll be off. Maybe they'll be back. I haven't decided yet exactly how they'll sit, but we'll figure out the head first and then do that. But they came out more or less how I'd like them to. So I'm going to finish up these welds. Yeah, I'm just gonna finish them up, make sure they're nice and strong. And then we got part 1 of 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 parts. If we break it up into parts, it's a little bit easier. So we got the antlers, we got the head. Neck and body will be one, and then we got the legs and the tail. There's ears as well. I haven't figured out how to do those, but they go on the outside of the antlers. So they won't be like those on the horse head, just because those, again, I still was never happy with those. So we're going to try a different ear thing, and they have different ears than horses do. So yeah, let me finish this weld up, and then I don't know if I'm going to get to the head tonight because I just started pretty late. But I thought I'd bring you guys in on this first part of this project. Very, very easy. All of these little ends of horseshoes and stuff, I just picked from the pile of horseshoe pieces that we got, and they worked out really well. I had to cut a couple of them. I grinded a couple of them just to get them to the shape I wanted, but they seem to go pretty well. So yeah, I'm going to finish up these welds, and then when we come back, I'm going to hopefully have a plan to start the head, because we want to work from the head down. The antlers had to be first, so then we can understand how big the head's going to be. Because the antlers are very much larger than the head on a deer. And so I want to make sure that now we have to have like just a small little mouse head on here. And I don't know how I want the shoes to do that. So I'm going to just take it from here, and we'll be back probably tomorrow afternoon, and we'll get it going. All right, so it's a little bit later in the week now, unfortunately, but I've got a couple of ideas on how I want to do this head, but I don't think I like any of them particularly. We're going to try this other one here, but I got this guy made. Kind of gives me a good deer shape, but then I figured I'd have to add a lot to it in order to make it big enough, you know, and then, I mean, that's all right size, but we'd have to like widen it on either side. We'd have to add a lot of shoes to it. This might work, but we're going to put this aside, let it cool, and then maybe play around with it. But I'm going to adjust this shoe here a little bit. We're going to, I should probably clean it. I'm just going to straighten out the heels on this shoe, and then I'm going to bring it in closer together, and then I'm going to put a curve in it. I think that's the order of the way I want this to happen. All right, so this is kind of what I was going for. And I think this is going to be like just the top of the head. It might need to have a bigger curve in it, but we're going to find out maybe. And what I'm thinking is that we can build the head from the top of it down so we can get the antlers where we want them to be first, and then build a head off of that based off of the size that we need. It's just once I start putting it together, that's kind of it, right? Like that's going to be the thing. Like, I mean, I could cut things off and whatnot, but weld it right into the fuller there. Then the ears can come off of that, which is pretty cool. I just don't know. I don't think this guy would fit in there at all. This could be just a separate little thing, but I like the way that the shape came out. So we're gonna let this cuff cool, and then when we come back, I think I'm gonna put the antlers on this shoe here. I'm gonna figure out whether I need to make it more curved or not first, though, probably. Ignore the loud noises. We'll be back. So I've let everything cool down, and then I took a little bit of a side jaunt, which we're going to get to. I don't know if we're going to get this deer done today, which maybe I can come back in tomorrow a little bit before I edit the video, but we'll see how much we can get done. Anyway, so I've made this little piece, which is very similar to what we put on the horse. It's just I flared out the sides a little bit, and I've made it a lot straighter instead of the bubbly part. And then I also didn't curve this downwards. And I don't know how well this is going to go, but I made it to fit underneath the little headpiece we've made. I don't know exactly how I want it to sit in there, but I kind of want that to happen. I don't know if it's going to look good in any way, but then we take the antler and we put it here-ish. I haven't decided on the angle yet, but like I don't know if it should come back a little bit. I think probably back a little bit like that. So I think we're going to get this all welded together and then see what it looks like. So then we at least have something to go on. But I just want to make sure that this is straight. Last thing we want is our deer to have a crooked nose. It should be okay there. Maybe. Oh, I don't know. That should work. All right, we'll put a little bit of weld in there and see how it goes. That is awful. Oh, I don't even know if you can see that from there. It's really bad. Hopefully you can't. Come on. Stay up, please. For everything that is good in this world. I'll fix it, I think. I don't know. I don't know. My hand was wiggling all over the place. I haven't eaten all day, so I'm a little shaky. I should probably go do that. Well, that was better. Not great, though. They're not on there very well, but we'll take a look at what we got. I got them fairly even. So this is what we got going on. I don't know. I don't know if I like it at all. It's one of those things where it's that's the one I have to fix anyway, but I don't know. Like, I won't know until we put more on it. So I'm gonna fix it. Give me a second. We're gonna switch gears really quick. Don't break. And what I want to make here is a couple of photo frames. That's done, not like the wood ones that we made before, but we're gonna make some just very basic photo frames out of some shoes. I've cleaned these shoes up already, see they're nice and shiny, and then I got two not shiny ones that we're gonna leave not shiny over there. These ones are gonna get painted black, and we're gonna put some nails in them, so it looks really nice. And then these ones are gonna stay shiny. So our goal here is Courtney's mom's boyfriend thing. He wants a photo frame for his friend or brother. And I haven't got around to it yet. And he wants something simple, and he's a big Western guy, so I have these Western shoes. These are called heel and toe shoes. These are different. There's the only pair of these ones that I had on that whole thing of these type of shoes. So they got a bulge on the heel and they got a bulge on the toe. Gives more traction, that kind of stuff. Apparently people in the Western world really like them for their horses. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to set this guy in a position here, just so it sits a little further back than those bulges on the toe. And then we're gonna just put a little tack there, and we want it to be angled back just a bit. We don't want it straight up. We want it to be back a little bit. And then we'll finish the weld on the bottom side, like we usually do. should be good. This little like wire brush, I got these brushes just in a little pack of 3 from Princess Auto, and it was like, I think it was $8 or something like that. And I don't use the other 2 very much because this is just plastic bristles and this is really fine wire brush bristles. But this thing has been great this whole time, so it's totally worth it. And this thing, the bristles just bend over. I have a whole setup of them. It came with this screwdriver and a whole bunch of little wire brushes that fit in to like impact driver slot. So that's pretty cool. But the bristles aren't great. They just fold over so fast. So I gotta like play around with them a lot. Try to keep them good. Anyway, so that's the first one. I don't think it's going to take too much to clean up the welds here at all. But yeah, that's, I mean, the angle's a little steeper than I wanted it to be. But yeah, so that's the first one. We're going to have to get some photo to cut it out and put it in. But that's it. That's the whole frame. I have these magnets that I'm going to put with the frame. There's just these little strip magnets. There's a pack of like 9, which is weird, from Amazon for like $10 or something like that. And they'll just sit on the back of the shoe there and hold your picture in place. So it's pretty cool. I've had these for a long time because I thought I was going to use them for a different project, but we never did. So, and I don't know if I can cut those in half. We might try, just because I don't think it needs that big of a magnet. Or we might use three points of contact for the magnet. But, well, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so that's that one. Let's get this one next done. So same exact thing we're going to do here. That's our problem, as I forgot to cut the clips off of one. I don't know if we want to leave the clips on. I think that might be weird. I mean, clips on might be okay, actually. Let's go and show them off. So we got the biggest one is the clipless one. We took the clips off. It's a little shiny on the sides. We can fix that later. My favorite one is the first one we did. Gives us a nice, good angle there. And then this one is the one that's going to have the black paint and the probably silver nails, I would assume. And then so we have 3 different types of these frames. And then Courtney's going to grab me some photos later. So hopefully tomorrow I can come down with the photos in there and show you guys what they look like with the photos. So this, I could just notice now, this one's crooked. It's not the same here. It moved when we were welding. We're going to go with it. We're going to go with it. We're just going to go with it. That one's staying the way it is. It's a gift anyway. So, yeah, should be pretty good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix that antler on the deer head, and then I'm just going to spend a little bit of time, probably going to go eat something, and where was I go? I'm going to go eat something, think about how I want the rest of the head to look, and we're going to try to make that work. Again, it is Friday today, so I don't know how much time I actually have. Maybe I'll just do a later video again. Maybe we'll throw it out on Sunday instead of Saturday. Who knows? If you're watching this, I guess you'll find out. whether it was Saturday or Sunday. But yeah, I'd really like to I'm going to get some paint on this before I go, and make sure that that's nice and dry for tomorrow, or for maybe even tonight when I come down and throw the nail heads in there. But anyway, we'll be back. I promise. That should work. So I have a piece that I made. I think it's really cool, but I'm not going to move it to show you because I have it perfect right where I want it. I think I don't want to move it around too much. I know that this guy is like kind of perfect too. I think I'm just going to get them welded on, at least tacked, see what it looks like, and then we'll talk about it. But this guy's got to cool down a little bit. Eesh. I think it's there. Let's see if I can clean it up a little bit. So this piece that I just added on here, I think I may have gone a little too artsy with it, but we'll see. Maybe want to add a little bit more to that later. But anyway, so I made this piece here, and I made it similar to the top piece, so it looks similar. But then the ends I flared out just like the bottom ones, but then I twisted them a little bit just so they kind of come out a little bit there. And then I was like, oh no, how do I do the jawline and stuff? And then I was looking at a lot of pictures, and a lot of people don't make or have deer with predominant jaw lines, kind of like the horse did. So we're going to kind of bring it straight back. But right now we just made a piece to just sit here, and then that will be our head just completed. Details and stuff can become later if we so want to. I'm thinking about making this not detailed though. So we're just going to stick shoes on and leave it as gappy as possible. So then it's just basically the right outline of the actual deer. Because I am going to make this a full deer. I don't know if we can do it this week. I don't think so because today is already Saturday. But that piece we just made is going to sit like this. It's a bigger shoe, so it's a bigger shoe and we put a bend in it. And so it's going to just kind of finish off the head a little bit. It's going to sit up a little bit more than this. And it kind of just gives us a head and a place to work from the neck. To work on the neck. And then we're going to just bring stuff straight down. I haven't decided the orientation of the head, whether the deer is going to be looking up or down or any of that kind of stuff. We'll figure that out when we start putting the neck on. So yeah, we just got to give that a few minutes to cool down. Then we'll get that piece on here, and then we'll probably end it there. and we'll finish this guy up next week. I just really wanted to get at least something on the deer solidified in the shape, and I think that that's going to do pretty good. It's coming out pretty all right. Like I'm just liking it. So yeah, I'll get that piece on, and then we'll let everything cool down, and then I'll bring the picture frames, and we threw some pictures in there, and I've spray painted and detailed the black one that I wanted to do. So that's been done, and so when we come back, we'll finish everything off, and then I'll go and put this video out. So yeah, be right back. Okay. Got some of these frames, so you can see Potter and Giggles in there. And then we got the black one. Let's find a way to set this guy up nicely. This maybe? It's too wobbly. Go. Not too shabby. How does that look? That looks all right. I don't know which side of the deer is the good side just yet, but yeah. So we got a couple things done this week, which is nice. Here, so you can see on the backs of the photo frames, I just stuck some of those magnets. Just slapped them on there. They're just holding the picture. Potter's picture is lopsided, so I moved it over, so that's why it looks weird in the back. But Giggles, her picture fits in this one perfect. And again, same thing, we just threw the magnets along the long side and just holds the picture there nice, which is good. And then with this one, I wanted to see if I could cut the magnets in half because they're just overkill. They're too long. And then so I was playing around and I just snapped one in half. And then I looked it up and I was like, what's the problem with doing that? And apparently they're coated with like an epoxy coating sometimes, other coatings, and it's to prevent them from corroding. And so I was like, oh no. So I don't want the magnets to corrode. So I just hit them with that spray paint, the Rust-Oleum Ultra Protection black spray paint that we use sometimes, the flat black, oil-based ultimate rust protection, superior durability, long lasting, that thing. We used it's actually the same paint I painted this frame with. And so we'll see. Maybe I'll break them all in half and then we just have twice as many because we have 9, and 18 sounds better than 9. So yeah. So we did that. And I think they came out really, really well. I like the black one the best. This one's all right. And then Courtney agrees with me that the upright one is not as good as the angled ones. So this probably the last time we do something with that, unless somebody likes it and they want it, or they want multiple of them. But yeah. So, and then the deer's coming along. We got a deer head. We got a deer head come along. If it was going to be just a standalone head, kind of like the horse, I probably would have done a little bit more detail into it, that kind of stuff. But that will come because we're going to be adding, hopefully, a whole body to it. So I think it's looking pretty good. I think it's not exactly what I envisioned, but I think I'm okay with that. I'd like just see what it turns into. As long as it's deer shaped, I think I'll be happy. And hopefully Courtney would be happy with it too. I have these lights that I want to put in it when we're done. I don't know, it's the same, these are just a different brand or version, I guess, that Courtney found in our Christmas, decorating for Christmas stuff. And then Courtney found another box of these. These are the same as that we put in the wooden Christmas tree we made. So maybe I'll find a way to light up the antlers or something with this. That would be pretty cool. But that's later. Right now, we're going to end the video because I got to go and edit and take care of things and be a good adult. And then, yeah, so next week when we come back, I'll start on the body of the deer. We do have a commission. I didn't bring the stuff in for a wine rack, so we'll have to knock that out sometime within the week. And she's supplying all of her own horseshoes, so it's like 50% off if you supply your own horseshoes. With the way I have it set up in the shop. Remember, we talked at one point in time about if I make something for you and everything comes out of the shop, it's $10 per shoe just to keep everything easy to calculate. So right now, this deer head, if it was just being done, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to count all of the pieces on each thing as one horseshoe each, just because it takes all the ends of a horseshoe, and it's not all the parts. So the ends so all the rest of the parts are just kind of useless at that point in time. Well, hopefully not useless. We might be able to use them, but either way, I'm going to count that as a whole horseshoe. So each antler is 2 horseshoes, and then 4 for the. It's only 4 horseshoes to make that head, so actually it wasn't too bad. Yeah, so that would be $80, which is fine, I think. But if somebody supplied all the horseshoes for it, it'd be $40, which is fine. I think it's a great pricing structure for me, not being like a business and having all these things, and I don't care. Like, I'm not charging tax or sales tax or anything like that. It's just, if you want something, I'll make it. I'll try to make it. And then these, yeah, and then the photo frames came out really, really well. I like them a lot. That one's being sent across the country to Dave for his brother for a present, which is cool. And then these 2, I think I'm going to keep the black one. I think I'm going to go and put a picture in it and put it up in the house. And then maybe we'll use this one. We'll put a picture in this one and we'll leave it down here somewhere. I don't know, maybe I'll put the workshop logo in there, or maybe the Facebook page logo in there, the Wizard Workshop. Get the Good Enough Shop and the Wizard Workshop. The Wizard Workshop is where I sell everything. The Good Enough Shop is where we hang out. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll do something with that down in the shop. I haven't really displayed, like, all of the stuff we've made. Most of it's here, but it's not like for the shop. It's just here. So maybe we'll use this for the shop, which would be nice. But anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. It was a good week. I enjoyed it. I wish I had a little bit more time this week. I would have loved to dabble more on the deer, but we'll get there. So we'll be back with more deer body. Okay, bye.